Greetings, Ravens. This is Destructulus, and welcome to today's episode of Analyzing Losses to Git Good, in which I analyze problematic or otherwise interesting PvP matches in an attempt to pound some knowledge into my skull and ditch bad habits on my quest to S rank. And I figured you can join me on the journey. So today we've got a Beep Beep tank armed with stun needle launcher, LCB, Majestic, and Javelin Alpha bazookas. Now this first match goes pretty well, and in fact I could hardly have played it better. So we'll just kind of take a look at what goes right here before I crumble. And my plan was basically just to keep this platform in between us using my superior, vertical and lateral mobility with the hover mode. Try and keep the columns in between us, and you see a lot of his attacks are just impacting the platform there, and I can peek out, pop it with a bazooka, dodge back over the platform, sneak in for that snagger punish, boost back, drop underneath right as he's coming up. I just felt like in this match I was reading his movement really well. Some good bunny hopping there. I feel like this must be what it feels like when I'm trying to catch a rifle kite. Saw he had that terminal armor, but I still had my pulse. Charge up the Fasan. Might be a little overkill, but I wanted to make sure he couldn't dodge. I don't want to leave anything up to chance, because that barrage of beep beeps can stagger you and kill you before you can blink. Alright, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Well, I'm gonna try to fix it. Guess I thought I'd see if I could get over here without him seeing me and line up a Fasan manual aim snipe. I wasn't sure if he saw me, but he is making a beeline for us, so at this point I'm like, okay, he's seen us, or scanned us or something. Now, this doesn't start off terribly. I did come over to this platform here, but I kind of don't really commit to using it. And I popped my pulse armor a little too late, so he snuck some damage in, but this is still not going terribly. But at this point is where I fail to commit to doing what I know I should be doing, which is playing cover with that platform instead of sticking around at CQC. But even so, it's not going wrong yet. Well, there it goes. You just saw it. So he gets the stagger, and I'm pretty much out of EN. And I think I forgot he had terminal armor or something. I don't know. I can't remember now. But I do that a lot, as I forget about my opponent's expansion, even when I've already seen it. So yeah, just failed to commit to playing cover and stuck around in CQC too long. Okay, so now I'm like, alright, just go back to what works. Just stick to the playbook, man. Just stick to the playbook. So we're just going to try and get our, manual aim like I usually try to, which was terrible, inexcusable, and just go back to advantageous terrain. But this time so I lost my lock on there, kind of took a few hits from that, and I don't know, I'm just like not reading his movement as well. Wasted that Fasan, which I would have for a punish here if I hadn't wasted it. You'll see I'm gonna make a similar mistake here in just a moment. Yep, wasted Fasan. I'm just not getting down underneath fast enough. Not getting enough EN back. I should have landed on the platform there instead of coming underneath it. But it's not terrible. We're still ahead in the AP race. Now I'm getting up here. Now I need to get EN back. Because I'm about to run out, and it's going to cost us. Unnecessary quick boost, wasted EN, didn't see this bazooka coming, now I'm staggered. He sneaks the damage in, pop pulse too late, now I have no EN. He disintegrates my pulse armor faster than I thought he would. I should have used that as an opportunity to get away and put distance, maybe make a comeback through kiting, but there you go. Now this match was a few days later, but I remembered fighting him. As you can see, I've made some changes to the build, and what's ironic is that I engaged him in CQC too much with the lighter weight 424 legs, and as you'll see, I'm going to play a lot more conservatively with my Verrill setup here, my Verrill rushdown. In this case, it's more like I'm taking my Verrill Zimmerman kite out for a spin. Go figure. Get a nice little start with the manual aim there. And I'm like, no way am I getting where you can, well, you know, I approached for an unnecessary Zimmerman there, big mistake. So I'm just like, nope, let's just reset here. Let's reset our positioning and stick with what we know works. So I came in because I knew he was about to stagger there, and you know, we can take a brief CQC engagement and get some value out of it. We're not doing terrible here. Get our pulse armor. Since he has terminal, kind of doesn't matter when we pop it. Alright, and we got some good value out of that. Now we have a full, or a significant EN tank, we should just run, you know, get some distance again. But now I'm out of energy, and now I'm dead. Okay, so now I'm like finally starting to get the message pounded into my skull by repeated administrations of beep beep impact weapons that I absolutely cannot run out of EN anywhere in the vicinity of this dude. Like the message is finally starting to land here, so let's see if I can make some adjustments to my play here. Still get nailed by those Majestics though. Those things, I don't know, there's, even at this range, they're so hard to dodge, but commence wiggling maneuvers. Drop down for that quick little stagger and punish, and we're outie. It's like it finally dawned on me that, oh yes, a Verrill too can wiggle out of long-range shots. Not those bazookas, apparently. Good grief. Yeah, I'm having to resist every impulse to charge in. Just say, nope, play the long game here. Because he has that terminal armor, you know, if we run out of energy, even if we go in and kill him, if we're then out of energy, he can finish us off before we can get away. Just gonna try to use cover here and try to get a stagger reset. Drop my ACT missiles and run away. Don't like how close he's getting with, you know, he doesn't have enough stagger built up yet, so I'm just going to keep trying to put distance. And not doing a great job of dodging while I'm ABing away, though, so he's still racking up some damage and impact on me. It wasn't exactly my intent to run out the clock, I didn't even realize, but then once I heard the beeping, I was like, uh-oh. Time to pop pulse armor and just dodge like my life depends on it, because it does. It really goes against every instinct I have to play so kitey like this, especially with, you know, an obviously rushdown oriented build. I'm just so tired of losing to these damn beep tanks. You can perfectly dodge everything they throw at you, but they still won't be dead, and then you'll be out of EN, and then their entire arsenal will be off cooldown again, and they'll just unload everything on you all at once while you're a sitting duck, and then it's GG. And I've just had enough. No more. I will say, this would be a lot harder if he was using more tank boost kicking movement like they usually do. You know, but he stays so grounded, it just kind of is kind of almost trivial to get away from him. Not quite trivial on a Verrill, but I didn't feel like I could get a clean getaway here, and he had a lot of stagger built up, so I just went for the combo. And we got good value out of that. Got our pulse armor. Now, why not just run in and finish him off here? Well, he has that terminal armor, and we would have been out of EN again. Same situation as before. And so, you know, now maybe I'm playing it a little too conservatively. But, you know, gosh, you never know. If he just unloads that entire arsenal into me again, that'd be GG. So I'm just, you know, under no circumstances I'm going to allow that to happen. One pellet from the Zimmerman, and there we go. Well, GG to my opponent. You know, I hate to kite you so hard, brother, but The math just doesn't math for extended CQC in this matchup, and like I said, I think if he incorporated more aerial boost kicking, it would have been a lot harder to get away from him. That said, I think I also passed up a couple opportunities in there to go in for a favorable CQC engagement that would have maybe ended the fight sooner. So, I think there's room for both of us to improve. Anyway, if you like this content, you can check out my Analyzing PvP Losses playlist for similar thoughts and insights. The math just doesn't match. The math just doesn't